Better get on the treadmill and run. So I said that I had gained 7 pounds on my trip, and I've lost that now. So I feel pretty good about that. A couple days of keto, and I think it was mostly water weight, I guess. Who knows? Not me. Anyway, yeah, so I was told I need to put some links and descriptions and authors of the different books that I'm reading. Put those in the comments. So I'll go back and edit yesterday's video and add the 3 books that I mentioned there. And then, so yeah, I don't want my channel to just become about the books that I'm reading, but each week I would like to mention the books that I'm going through and I'm reading. So there is that. Now it's time for the treadmill. For today I think I'm just going to, it's supposed to be 100 degrees again. And so I'm going to run on the treadmill. And then I think I'm going to hang out here. We do have to go to the church and try and find some cables to do some different things. So just a few little errands. However, I really want to get through a handful of these books this week, because my time is going to be changing next week. I have 2 meetings and school starting next week, and one of those meetings is a double day meeting. Wow. So Cletus is our dog. He's 14 years old. We got him after we'd been here in Montana for 1 year, and he is a mutt. Oh wait, you guys got a smudge. Anyway, Cletus is half Dachshund, and then the other half was like Siberian Husky, Australian Shepherd, or Border Collie, something mixed. But this time of year, every year, he starts to shed his undercoat. And so I need to scrape some of that off, and he does not like it at all. So just from a really quick brush, you can see all this hair. It's just undercoat that he starts to shed, and it gets all over the house. So I try to knock a little bit of it off every so often. I finished launch, and I think I'm going to start Passion in the Pulpit. So I'm going to start that today, and then I'm going to start the Operator with Robert O'Neill. I'll put all those in the comments today, and I'll go back and I'll put in the ones from yesterday. But that's basically been my day, watching Star Trek and reading. It's getting boring, isn't it? So anyway, I'd like to go down and take some video for a church member of ours with the new drone. Things just haven't worked out. I've decided to also read what happened was, it's the biography or autobiography of KJ52, the rapper. But you might be wondering how I read so many books. I'm not a real fast reader, but I've learned. Well, by the way, one of the best books that you could ever read is How to Read a Book. It really helps you determine what you're going to do with each particular book. And so what I've learned is that most books are overdone. There's too many illustrations, there's too many explanations, and a lot of times I can read a book and read the, if a chapter is about a particular topic and it's broken down into subsections, you can usually read the title of the subsection in 1 or 2 sentences at the beginning and maybe 1 or 2 at the end. And it'll fill you in. And if I understand the point, I understand the concept, then I can skim through them pretty quick and kind of see. Some chapters, are really easy. Other chapters I need to go a little bit slower. And if I find that a book is extremely interesting or captivates me, then I will slow down and read a little more intentionally. But How to Read a Book does help with some of those things. And trying to understand what an author is trying to say. But I have found that most books could have been written a lot smaller, less words, but then again, that doesn't sell books. So that's how I go through books pretty quick, especially church books, where I'm really familiar with the topic. Biographies, I try to slow down and read a little bit slower, just because I enjoy the stories. I enjoy the parts of it that tell you about that particular person. And a couple of biographies, or not full biographies maybe, but there was one by Scott Kelly, who was an astronaut that spent a lot of time in space. I think it's called Endure. Really good book. I've read the autobiography of Calvin Coolidge, which I thought was really good. And I enjoy biographies, and so I'm going to start the KJ52 biography, as well as the Operator, and what is the other book I said I was going to do? Oh, Passion in the Pulpit. Well, my ambulance meeting got canceled because everybody's busy combining, so I stayed home. Today is another day of mostly me talking and not a lot of the rose bush. I think is going to be okay. It might make a little bit of a comeback. They're still mostly green, but I've got a few. I don't think we're going to get any pumpkins this year because the vine just keeps going, but it's not producing any female plants. So today, journal entry: boring, mostly reading.